So tell us a bit about topic of love.
Yes, so we all have different definitions of love. And as I said, I have a cousin sister of the definition of love. So most of the times we confuse between love and importance. So we have that sense of identity within us, and we want to be accepted, and we want to be felt important in our with our close ones and at workplace as well. And we often assume that it's love. But let me be very clear in terms of why love is the most profound way to even deal with importance issues. Now, the moment we love ourselves, we do not want that importance from others anymore. We actually experience our self-worth. Okay, and we operate in a world where we have set definitions of good, bad, right, wrong, so that we call as moral loading, and when we drop that moral load first, the first way is to accept ourselves just the way we are. And when I say accept ourselves, most of the times people ask me that, Supriya, you say accept ourselves, is it something that we are living our own illusion that we are the best? So I say, what's wrong in that? If you want joy, if you want to be loved, what's wrong to start with? So loving myself is a choice. It's not a consequence because nobody loves me. Please try to understand the shift. Okay, I have decided and I have chosen to love myself, and my definition of love is to accept. Now, when I say accept, it's a huge word, it's a big bandwidth. Okay, acceptance starts with accepting myself just the way I am. Now, we often have a notion that being different is wrong. Okay, be it a social media posts, be it the places that you visit, be it the people that you are seen with. So we say that if you pass the criteria of 1 to 10, you are the best. So that's the external world illusion that we create for ourselves, and our sense of identity and our sense of worth is dependent on those external factors. Now, for me, when you ask me the right questions, and you also know you're doing massive work in transforming lives as well. So you know the power of right question. So the right question is, why are we not loving ourselves first? And am I wrong? Am I being different? Can I stand to my differences? And when I say differences, it starts with the way I look. It starts with the way I smile. It starts with the way I dress. It starts with the way I think and feel. Most of the times we validate our thoughts and feelings from others. Now now who are these others? These are the people that we have given importance to. Now again, there is an external sense of identity that we develop within us. Now, doing something on our own, doing something for ourselves as a choice for personal growth is different. But changing ourselves and constantly I have come across a lot of women and students who have that constant feeling of, I'm not doing enough, I need to change in order to fit in. Just because you have one failed relationship, we assume that life is over. Yeah, but in reality, the acceptance starts within. Yeah, and the only way to accept is through language. Now, in my entire journey of NLP and neurolinguistics, and you have also you're doing excellent work in NLP as well. So my interaction is going to be based on the language of love, right? Now, linguistics is NLP is all about how our language impacts our model of the world that we live in, and how we have thoughts and feelings accordingly, and because of which we take decisions. So typically we operate in thinking, feeling, and actions, right? But when it comes to language of love, we feel good. So, for example, if someone says that you're important to me, so when I say, Aditya, you are perfect and you're important to me, and I feel so good when you are with me. 3 sentences, your world changes. But
Can you
we
please
often
repeat that
fail.
in 3 sentences?
Sorry. Yeah.
Can you
So
please
when I
repeat
say
this?
that, sure, sure. So when I say to you, for example, that Aditya, when I utter your name, okay, let's start with small wins. I utter your name that Aditya, you are special to me. Aditya, you are perfect. And Aditya, I feel good when you are with me. So these 3 lines shifts your perception, isn't it?
Yes,
But what stops me as Supriya to talk these 3 words to me?
exactly.
Loving myself is the first step. So how many times we ourselves talk? It's an internal dialogue that we have. There is a saying that the quality of thoughts defines your quality of life. Now, what kind of thoughts, what kind of language you are using to yourself? Are you aware about what is actually happening inside you? Are you sensitive enough? Now, when I conduct workshop with kids, 8-year-old is saying, I am going through depression because my life is a failure. I was stunned. There was a time freeze, trust me, and I asked, where did you learn all this? And the source was obviously at home. So, and if you see the global study, it's there. Depression is the most commonly used keyword searched. One small bad day is termed as depression today. So, what are we doing? Are we having the right language to ourselves first? Now, my sincere request to all of you that please correct your internal dialogue, have a right dialogue with you. And the only way to have the right internal dialogue is accept your darkest thoughts. This is who I am. That's true love for me. And I'll also tell you what happens when you do that. Yeah. So when you actually start developing that habit and getting unconscious to conscious, right? We start developing that compassion and love inside me. I talk to myself with love. Now, when I say it's not only goody goody things, it's when things are not going good, when I am at my darkest feelings, when I am at my lowest mood, that's the moment where you actually need compassion, isn't it? And when you have that compassion within you, what happens is automatically you start believing not only I am loved, you started believing that I am love, you know? And then that's how your perception towards the world changes. Because if you are constantly criticizing yourself, like I said, I come across a lot of students who say, and a lot of professionals, working professionals in their working environment as well, they say that I am not doing good enough. I need to change. I need to improve. Now, let's improving as a choice is wonderful. It's your own pathway that you have created for yourself. But just to fit in, if you want to improve, then there is a question, right? So, when we believe in ourselves, when we develop the beliefs which has that element of compassion and love within us, automatically we start attracting similar kind of people. Because when we constantly criticize ourselves, it's very natural that we kind of find fault in ourselves. Our mind is so tuned, it's like frequency, radio frequency. Our mind is so tuned to find constant fault in myself. Unconsciously, I start finding faults in others too. So, my own ability to find good, something to be worth loving, dilutes. And that's how I said that it starts with me.
Amazing. Amazing.